Good evening, everyone.
Kindly drop me a message and let me know if I am audible as well as visible to you. You can use the chat option and you can drop me a message and kindly let me know if I am audible to you, as well as let me know if I am visible also. All right. Thank you for giving me confirmation that I am audible as well as visible. So now that I have got a confirmation from you people, let us start today's session. So as you can see on the screen, the topic for the day is very interesting. We are going to talk about why management as a career option makes sense, especially at the age of 18. At the young age of 18, if somebody were to embark on a journey towards pursuing an IPM or a BBA program, what kind of a difference will it make to that person's career will be focus of this particular session. So without any further ado, let's get started with this. So to start with, friends, let us understand what exactly do we mean by an IPM program. So IPM program is a very interesting program. It's a 5-year integrated program in management. So remember, the duration of the program would be 5 years. So this is a program that you pursue immediately after your 12th standard. And this program has been extremely attractive option for management aspirants because they can embark on this journey at a very young age. So this is essentially an integrated program. What is meaning of integrated program? It is essentially graduation plus post-graduation combined into one. That's what makes this such an attractive option. So it's almost like you're doing a BBA as well as an MBA program in one go as such. So this program will allow you to study at a premier business school, including the IIMs. In fact, IIMs have started offering this particular program in the last decade and a half. IIM Indore was the first IIM to do so. And then subsequently, other IIMs have also joined this list. Which are those IIMs? How will they admit the students? What is the process? All those details I'm going to share with you after a few minutes. But for the time being, understand it's an integrated program in management. It's a 5-year program that you can pursue after you are 12th standard. And this essentially will get you admission into IIMs and some of the other prestigious business schools across India. Now, as far as the IPM program goes, it was launched in the year 2011. That's the reason I said around 1.5 decades back, this program was launched by IIM Indore, and they do get credit for making it such an attractive option. So you can pursue this program immediately after 12th, as I said earlier, and you start off with the BA Foundations of Management, and then afterwards, the last 2 years will focusing on MBA curriculum. So totally a 5-year program. But they do give you an option to leave the program after 3 years. And in case anybody leaves the program after 3 years, they do get BA Foundations of Management degree. Having said that, hardly anybody will exercise this option. Majority of the people, they realize that IIM Indore is an amazing place to join. And most of the students, they would complete their 5-year IPM program because they know that they will have a successful career if they do so. So IPM Indore was the first IPM program to have been started in India, and there on, it has become an extremely sought after choice for young management aspirants. Because when you do this particular program, you are getting in this program around the age of 18. So at a very young age, you get to study in one of the best institutions that we have in India and arguably globally as such. Now, once IIM Indore proven that this is a very good option, and once it attracted a lot of aspirants, then subsequently other IIMs also started offering this program. From 2011 till 2018, IIM Indore was the only IIM which was offering this program for 7 years. But in 2019, IIM Rohtak also started this program. So IIM Rohtak technically is the second IIM that has started this IPM program, but they did it with a separate entrance exam. IIM Indore entrance exam is called IPMAT Indore. So IIM Rohtak, they started IPM program, but they said we will have a separate entrance exam. They called it IPMAT Rohtak. And students who complete all 5 years will be awarded an MBA program. And just like Indore, Rohtak also gave an option to exit the program after 3 years. And in case anybody exits after 3 years, they are all a BBA degree as such. But again, I would like to reiterate, hardly anybody would exercise this option because people do realize it's a very attractive program. So hardly leave after 3 years. Majority of the people stick with it entire duration of 5 years. Now, if you are curious to know what is pattern of IPMAT Rohtak, how is it different from IPMAT Indore, I'm going to share that information with you, but after some time. But before I do that, let's move on to the other IIMs. So IIM Jammu and IIM Bodh Gaya, they started their IPM program after 2 years in 2021, and they formed kind of a partnership. So IIM Jammu and IIM Bodh Gaya came together and they have a joint entrance exam. It is called Joint Integrated Program and Management Admission Test, popularly known as JIPMAT. So that's the entrance exam you need to write if you want admission into IIM Jammu and IIM Bodh Gaya. This is a common entrance test. And if you complete the program, you will be given a MBA and BBA degree. If you leave after 3 years, you get only a BBA program. Now, IIM Ranchi also started in the same year of 2021, but IIM Ranchi essentially said we will not have a separate entrance exam. And IIM Ranchi also decided that they are going to accept IIM Indore IPMAT exam score. So IIM Indore exam is what is accepted by IIM Ranchi for admission into their program. After 4 years, there were two more IIMs which started offering IPM program. IIM Amritsar started offering this program this year in 2025. And IIM Amritsar, just like IIM Ranchi, also said we are going to admit students on the basis of IPMAT Indore's performance. And this program is slightly different because they basically offer Bachelor of Science in Quantitative Finance and Economics if you leave after 3 years. So you don't get a BBA program, you get a program called Bachelor of Science in Quantitative Finance and Economics. And in case you complete the full 5-year duration, then you will be awarded an MBA degree as such. That is IIM Amritsar for you. This year, the last time that started IIM IPM program is a prestigious institution called IIM Shillong. Remember, IIM Shillong is the seventh IIM in India that Government of India established in the year 2008. And interestingly, IIM Shillong also became the seventh IIM to offer an IPM program in India. And IIM Shillong, they are also accepting IPMAT Indore score. And if you can leave the program after 3 years, you get a BBA degree. And if you complete the entire thing, you get BBA along with an MBA, which is in line with most of the other IIMs. So these, ladies and gentlemen, are 7 IIMs in India for IPM program. And if you notice, the entrance exams that we have are IIM, or let me write it here, IIM Indore IPMAT. Then we have IIM Rohtak IPMAT, and finally the JIPMAT. So these are the 3 entrance exams that you need to write. But among the 3, obviously the most important one, the most coveted one will be IIM Indore, because out of the 7 IIMs that we have, 4 of them will give you admission on the basis of IPMAT Indore. 4 out of 7 is more than half. That's the reason that becomes the most important entrance exam. And of course, the other reason I'm going to share after some time, I'm going to give you a list of prestigious non-IIM business schools which are also accepting IIM Indore IPMAT scores. So by a big margin, IIM Indore IPMAT becomes the most attractive option if somebody is interested in pursuing an IPMAT or IPM program. IIM Rohtak IPMAT is meant for IPM Rohtak, and JIPMAT will get you admission into two IIMs, IIM Jammu and IIM Bodh Gaya. So this is about the IIMs that are offering IPM program. Now, the reason IPM becomes such an attractive option, there are multiple reasons. Let me take you through some of the important ones. Of course, the list is very long, but because of paucity of time, I'm going to focus on the very important reasons. So the very first reason that makes IPM such an exciting option for a fresh 12th standard student would be the first and foremost, you get that brand value of being an IIM graduate. Never ever underestimate the importance of brand value of the institutions where you study in your career. Remember, boys and girls, your resume, whenever any future employer or investor picks up your resume, the very first thing that person notices is the institutions, is the schools, colleges where you have acquired your education, because that is something that proves to them that this person knows his or her stuff. This person will surely add value to your organization. This person is trustworthy. So when you pursue an IPM program from an IIM, you become an IIM graduate. And that brand value not only helps you in getting a very good job for yourself, but few years down the line, if you want to shift from one organization to the other, one role to the other, it is possible to do that because of the brand value attached with your institute from where you have pursued your MBA program or an IPM program. And of course, some of you who have a dream of becoming an entrepreneur, you may want to raise funds in future. You may want to raise money for your startup in future. Anybody who is investing money, anybody who is putting in money in your startup, any venture capitalist interested in investing money, they would look at your credentials. And if you're an IPM graduate from one of the IIMs, the venture capitalists will feel assured that this boy, this girl, they know their stuff and they can be trusted with their investment that they're asking for. So becoming an entrepreneur becomes all the more easier if you have good brand value attached to your resume. So that way also, definitely an IPM program helps you in becoming a successful entrepreneur in future. Now, apart from this, friends, let's look at some of the other reasons that makes it such an attractive proposition. So one more reason that I want to highlight out here is it gives you an opportunity to complete the graduation program as well as post-graduation program in one single go. So in a single go, you can complete both graduation as well as a post-graduation program. And this can be done through a single admission process. Why am I highlighting the single admission process? Let me explain to you. Imagine you don't go through this route. If you go through the conventional route of doing graduation in a separate institution and then probably join IIMs for MBA program, then the approach that you'll have to take would be you will have to do graduation. Now, graduation that you do could be a BBA program, maybe a BSc program, maybe a BA program. So after you have done this graduation, then you need to appear for an entrance exam. Some of these graduation programs, they will also have an entrance exam attached, right? For example, some of the BBA entrance exams are there, SCT, NPAT. I'm going to give you the list after some time. If you were to do a engineering program, then you need to appear for IIT, JEE, AIEEE, BITSAT. So many entrance exams are there, or your local state entrance exam. So you'll have to write an entrance exam to get into a graduation program. And then after you finish your graduation, or when you are in final year of graduation, you will appear for one more entrance exam called CAT. So you are appearing for one more entrance exam for CAT, and then you get admission into MBA programs in IIMs. So one entrance exam for getting into graduation, another entrance exam called CAT to get into MBA program. So you are writing two separate entrance exam all the more stress on you to perform better. Now, compare that with IPM program where you have to write a single entrance exam that is for graduation program or the IPM program. So one single entrance exam will help you get admission into a prestigious institution where you are not only completing your graduation, but you're also going ahead and finishing your MBA program. That's what makes it such an interesting option, friends. You are not writing two entrance exams. You are confining yourself to writing one single entrance exam. Now, if you pursue an IPM program, the skill set that you acquire, the knowledge that you acquire, the concepts that you acquire, that will make you extremely comfortably, easily employable across industries. Because the IPM program curriculum is a program that has been designed keeping in mind all the industries, all the companies, all the sectors. So when you do an IPM program, you can basically work in any industry of your choice. You get into investment bank, for example. You want to work for JP Morgan Chase. You want to work for Goldman Sachs. You want to work for Morgan Stanley. It's possible to do that with an IPM program. If you say, no, sir, I want to become a financial consultant. I would like to work for Deloitte. I would like to work for McKinsey, Bain, Boston Consulting Group. It's possible to do that with an IPM program. If you say, no, I want to get into sales and marketing, I want to work for fast-moving consumer goods companies like Hindustan Unilever or Procter & Gamble, it's possible to do that. You want to work in a bank, conventional bank, retail bank like ICICI, HDFC, Axis, it's definitely possible to do that. So point I'm trying to make here is your employment opportunities will be sky high because the knowledge that you acquire in an IPM program is not confined to one industry or one sector. You can work anywhere as per your choice. That's the reason employment becomes much more easier. And of course, the growth that you get post your employment will be very, very fast. You will not have a slow rise in career. You will have a rapid rise in your career. See, for example, if there is a multinational company and let's say this multinational company has got multiple levels. So let's say there are so many levels in this multinational company. If you only do your graduation and you join this multinational company, you will start from level 1, maximum level 2. On the other hand, if you join the same company after you finish your IPM program, you will start from level 3 or level 4. That's where your career will begin. This head that you are getting over others will help you in reaching a respectable position very, very soon. But if you are a hardworking person, if you are a talented person, before your career ends, it's just a matter of time before the topmost level in this organization. That's another attractive proposition of pursuing an IPM program. The next point is very interesting. You will have less competition this entrance exam than what you would face in an exam like CAT. Remember, I told you that if you go the conventional way of pursuing your graduation, then doing your graduation, and then maybe write CAT exam after that, then you are writing two entrance exams. And as far as CAT goes, the competition is immense in CAT, boys and girls. You have almost 3 lakh people applying for this exam. Around 3 lakh people apply for CAT exam. You need to fight with 3 lakh other aspirants. Now compare this to the IPMAT. In IPMAT, your competition is confined to around 20,000 applicants. So hardly around 20,000 applicants is who are writing IPMAT exam. So compare 20,000 with 3 lakhs. So the competition also comes down by a huge margin, and that's what makes it much more easier for you to pursue your MBA program from an IIM, because IPM program is nothing but it's equivalent to doing a BBA plus an MBA. So if you are interested in doing an MBA program at IIM, this is the easiest way of doing that. Finally, if you do merely an MBA program in IIMs, how many years are you spending in your IIM? You're just spending 2 years. On the other hand, if you don't join IIMs for MBA, you join IIMs for IPM, boys and girls, you are spending how many years? You are spending 5 glorious years. The more time you spend with those quality teachers, if the more time you spend in those quality institutions, imagine the kind of transformation it will bring to you, both as an individual as well as a future professional. So 5 years would obviously give you much better transformation than what a 2-year would do. That's another reason what makes IPM such an attractive option. Now, these are the IIMs that you can get into through IPMAT Indore performance. So if you write IPMAT Indore, you get admission not only into IIM Indore, but you can also get into IIM Ranchi, IIM Amritsar, as well as IIM Shillong. Now, this is the pattern of this all-important entrance exam. Now, this exam will have a total of 90 questions, and these 90 questions you need to complete in 2 hours of duration. And remember, every section in IPMAT Indore will have a sectional time limit of 40 minutes each. So 40 minutes each. That means you're not writing one exam. If you think about it, you'll be writing 3 separate exams. 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. Now, what are those sections? The first section is called quantitative ability, which is nothing but mathematics. But the first section will have MCQs. It means multiple choice questions. 30 multiple choice questions will be there. And remember, all multiple choice questions will have negative marking. If you get it right, 4 marks are given. If you do it wrong, 1 mark will be deducted. Then the next section is also mathematics, but it is non-MCQs. It means options are not provided to you. A text box is given where you will type the final value. 15 such questions will appear. There is no negative marking over here. Finally, the last section will have 45 questions. It is verbal ability, which is nothing but English. These 45 questions you need to finish in 40 minutes duration. And remember, equal weightage will be there for both maths as well as English. So English only one section, but it will have 50% weightage. Maths has 2 sections, MCQ 25% weightage, non-MCQ also 25% weightage. So equal breakup between maths and English. All right. Now remember, this is the entrance exam pattern. The weightages that I am speaking over here, this is only meant for IIM Indore. The other IIMs, the weightages assigned may vary from this. This is only for IIM Indore that I have spoken about. Now remember, IPMAT Indore becomes a very, very important exam to write because it's not only IIMs which are accepting the performance in this exam, some very attractive business schools in India also accept the scores of this entrance exam. Places like Nirma University based in Ahmedabad or a prestigious law university in Hyderabad called Nalsar. They also offer an IPM program. They are giving admissions on the basis of IPMAT Indore. IIFT, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, Kakinada, they are also accepting the performance in this entrance exam. T.I.M.E Management Institute, popularly known as T.I.M.E, they are also accepting the performance in this exam. So there are multiple business schools in which you can get into on the basis of the performance in IPMAT Indore exam. That's the reason give it most amount of importance. Now, if you look at the placements that you get, the jobs that you get if you pursue an IPM program from IIM Indore, it is absolutely amazing. Unbelievable placements would happen in IIM Indore. For example, this year, 591 students were there. This is combination of both MBA and IPM batch. They have common placements. And for 591 students, 225 plus companies participated in the process. 100% placements happened. That means every single student got minimum one job. And what was the salary that they secured? Average salary was almost 30 lakhs per annum. Median salary was 27 lakhs per annum. In fact, the highest salary that was offered to these students was whopping 70 lakhs per annum. If you look at IIM Rohtak, they also had amazing placements. There were 386 students, and they also achieved 100% placements. Median salary was 17 lakhs. Average salary was close to 19 lakhs. And the highest salary that was offered was 36 lakhs per annum. Even IIM Ranchi, IIM Shillong, IIM Amritsar, they all give wonderful placements. Even IIM Jammu and IIM Bodhgaya offer decent placements. So if you get into any of the IIMs, you will have a fabulous career. Of course, IIM Indore by far is the best option, but don't underestimate the other IIMs also. Trust me, you get into any of the IIMs, definitely they will definitely live up to your expectations. And if you look at the placements breakup with regard to various sectors, remember what I said earlier. I told you that if you do an IPM program, you become employable across sectors. That's what you can clearly notice by looking at the breakup of various sectors. For example, if you look at consulting, marketing, companies, they were there in the placements. Finance companies came, general management, HR, sales, marketing, IT analytics, operations. You had such beautiful presence sectors. That's what makes IPM such an interesting option. Now, remember I already told you IIM Rohtak will give you admission on the basis of their own exam. IIM Bodhgaya and Jammu, they come together and they conduct the exam called JIPMAT. Now, IIM Rohtak entrance exam would have a similar kind of pattern with one big difference. The difference will be, though number of questions will change to 120, but the duration would remain the same, 2 hours. And interestingly, logical reasoning will be there. Now, this wasn't there in IPMAT Indore, if you have noticed. So here, maths and English, 40 questions, but logical reasoning also has got 40 questions. That's the primary difference that you will notice in terms of sections. And every right answer will get you 4 marks. Every wrong answer will lead to 1 mark being deducted. If you look at JIPMAT pattern, here 100 questions will be there that you need to complete in 2.5 hours. And interestingly, the difference is there is no provision for sectional time limit. That means all the questions are available for you for 2.5 hours duration. And in terms of section, you have maths and English, but data interpretation and logical reasoning will also be there. So DI and LR, you definitely need to prepare for these areas, this section, for both JIPMAT as well as IIM Rohtak IPMAT. Logical reasoning will not be there in IIM Indore, but it will be there in the other 2 exams. So we at time when we train our students, when we provide IPMAT coaching in time, we don't just train you for quant, that is maths and English. We also train you for data interpretation and logical reasoning also. Our time students will be trained in such a manner that they will be able to write IIM Indore IPMAT, IIM Rohtak IPMAT, JIPMAT, as well as all the BBA entrance exams also. So our program will be a comprehensive program that will train you for all the exams. Now, whatever I have spoken so far was about IPM program. Now let's talk about BBA program. So BBA program essentially would be a 3-year or a 4-year honors program. So some institutions will offer only a 3-year program. Some institutions will offer 4-year. They will call it BBA honors program. So both the options are available. This is essentially a graduation program. The syllabus and pattern for the IPMAT exams that I mentioned earlier, it is quite similar to the entrance exam syllabus of BBA entrance exams in India. So when you join time for IPMAT coaching, you automatically will get trained for the BBA entrance exam preparation also. Now, what are the important exams that we have? I'll start with Symbiosis entrance test that is conducted by Symbiosis International University. They have a lot of very attractive colleges for pursuing BBA program, and the entrance exam that you need to appear will be Symbiosis entrance test. SET. It's a very interesting 1 hour entrance exam which tests your English, maths, general awareness, and analytical reasoning. We will train you for all these areas. So that's a good option if you're interested in doing BBA. Another good option that you get would be on the basis of your performance in Christ University entrance test. Christ, as you know, is a fabulous university that you have in the city of Bangalore. And this exam will get you admission into not only BBA but other UG courses as well. The syllabus that you have out here is again quite similar to the one that I have discussed earlier. And if you do well in this entrance exam, they will call you for interview. Apart from interview, you will also undergo micro presentation also. Time will train you for this also. Another entrance exam will be for NMIMS. What is NMIMS? Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies. So they have an entrance exam called NPAT. Now, this is organized by NMIMS University. They have campuses in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. I mean, multiple campuses are there. And this will get you admission not only to their BBA but also other undergraduate program. And the focus of this exam will be on maths, English, and logical reasoning. As far as Common University Entrance Test, popularly known as CUET UG, is concerned, this was introduced by National Testing Agency, and this will enable you to apply for BBA as well as other undergraduate programs in multiple central, state, and private universities through a single exam. So it will assess your language proficiency, domain knowledge, as well as general aptitude. St. Xavier's, right? It's a popular college in Mumbai. They conduct XCT exam for admission into their BMS and BBA programs. The entrance exam will test your English, logical reasoning, mathematics, and general awareness. If you do well, you will be shortlisted and invited for personal interview also. IPUCET is for Indraprastha University. This is organized by Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, which is situated in Delhi. And that'll get you admission into their BBA and other undergraduate programs. This will also have your English language test, general awareness, logical analytical ability, and management aptitude will also be tested in this entrance exam. So, what does our program comprises of? How would the training be given? See, you can either go for classroom program or you can go for online live program. Both the options will be available for you to choose from. The classroom program, again, we offer a 1 year program or a 2 year program, depending on when you want to start your preparation. Some people like to begin their preparation when they are in 11th standard itself, which is absolutely a good idea. But even if you are in 12th standard, there's no harm. You can join us for 1 year preparation and start off. Now, the classroom program as well as online live, if you go for a super long-term batch, if you go for a 2 year program, you will have 450 plus hours of preparation. So will be the case with online live program, which is super long term. And remember, these classes that I'm talking about will be delivered by highly experienced faculty. Most of them are from prestigious colleges like IITs, IIMs, and other premier institutions. And these people have got not years, but decades of experience of teaching, and they ensure that students gain conceptual clarity, because only when you gain conceptual clarity would these exams become convenient for you as such. And apart from those classes, we also test you out by providing with mocks. 100 computer-based mock tests. They actually simulate the actual test environment, and they will be helping you prepare for all the exams that I'm mentioning, not just IPMAT Indore. The mocks will also be designed for IPMAT Rohtak, JIPMAT, SCT, all the exams that I've spoken about. Apart from that, we also offer 300 online sectional tests. They will help in you understanding the concepts at a deeper level. For every single test that I'm mentioning, solutions are provided after you have written the test. So any question that you have not been able to solve on your own, you can see how the faculty member has solved that question. We also give training for personal interviews for the shortlisted candidates. So T.I.M.E is not just going to help you in cracking the IPMAT, but beyond IPMAT, once you get interview call, we will also help you prepare for the same as such. So whether it is interview training that is needed, or let's say some institutions may have group discussion, some may have written ability tests, will help you prepare that also. T.I.M.E will provide you student homepage where all these resources will be available to be used by a student in a very convenient manner. We also help you prepare for general awareness and current affairs, and daily updates are shared for the same also. Apart from this, we do provide Telegram group support for doubt solving and guidance. So in the Telegram group, you have faculty members also available. If you want any guidance, they're always there to help you out. We also provide you with mentoring session during the program as well. So make sure you avail this and start your preparation as soon as possible, because the sooner you begin, the more easier it will be for you to manage everything. So these are the programs that T.I.M.E offers for the IPMAT preparation. Now, apart from this, we also have two more variants. One is called Online Flexi. This essentially would be a recorded variant where the recorded classes will be provided to the students, and the students can watch these classes as per their convenience and as per their choice. The earlier variant that I had shown to you, online live program, the classes will be live. Whereas in the online flexi recorded, the classes will be in the recorded format, but you would have the convenience of watching the classes as per your choice. And of course, in all these programs, study material is also provided, mock tests are provided. The only essential difference is here recorded classes are there instead of live. Apart from that, T.I.M.E also provides correspondence too, where you will get study material, sectional tests, mocks, and stuff. Classes will not be there, but the study material will be provided to you, which you can use as per your choice. Apart from that, T.I.M.E also offer test series. So some students, they go for test series, but test series will only help those who have already taken classroom program or online live program. If your basics are absolutely crystal clear, you've already done your preparation, you're repeating IPMAT, then test series alone will be sufficient. But anybody who has not joined T.I.M.E for classroom or online live or online flexi recorded program, I would recommend go for those programs, because that would provide you access to the faculty members, access to the all important classes, and that would be much needed. And only test series alone will not be sufficient if you are preparing for the first time. Now, the results of T.I.M.E have been absolutely brilliant, and have a look on the screen to get an idea about it as such. Now, if you notice, we had selections across all the IIMs, not just Indore, but in other IIMs also our students have got selected, and the same thing continued this year also in 2025. So results have been absolutely exceptional. So this is the information that I wanted to convey. Now I'm going to throw my session open for any kind of question that you may have. Please type your question and send it across, and I will answer them for you. Go ahead and use the chat option, and you can type your question and send it across. I'll answer them one by one. All right, the first question that I can see on my screen comes from Sular. Sular said basically, sir, I am in my 11th standard. When is the right time to start the preparation? I would say as soon as possible you can start your preparation better, because the sooner you start, the more time you are getting for your preparation. And you can do your preparation at a very comfortable pace. So you can go to T.I.M.E website, T.I.M.E numerical 4 education.com, and you can register for IPMAT preparation, either online live or classroom or flexi program, depending on your requirement. But start as soon as possible so that you get access to all the inputs that T.I.M.E has to share with you as such. The next question is asking me about the schedule of the exam. So most of these exams will happen in April and May. So April, May is the time when these exams are conducted, and within few weeks the results will also be announced. That will be followed by conducting the interviews, usually in the month of June. So interview process happens in the month of June. There are some exceptions to this. For example, Christ University, they do this entrance exam in the month of December itself. But majority of the other exams that I've spoken about, especially the IPMAT exam or GIPMAT exam, IIM exams, they happen in April or May. as the tentative timeline that they follow as such. I ran out of questions. Is there anything else that you wanted to ask? All right. So if you don't have any more questions for me, then I guess I have come to the end of this session. So thank you everyone for attending this session, and I wish you all the very best. Take care, everyone.